Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Thanks for tuning in. We're here to talk about another free game from Epic Games. This week we just have one, and it comes in a long line of platformers from the Epic Games.
Another one, huh?
So the game that we have this week is called Rayman Legends, which I'm told has a long legacy and tradition in the platformer genre, but this was my first experience. Mikhail, were you familiar with this game?
Well, maybe for the people who doesn't know the series, because
Yeah, please.
The Rayman is the name of the character who played Dustin Hoffman in the one famous movie, right? So
Mm.
this is something completely else.
No
This is a
connection.
no connection. No, this is a character who looks like it's for kids. It's drawn by hand, and this one is special with it's got no hands and no legs. Basically, well, it's got feet. It's got palms of hands, but something's missing, and it's really unique, character. So you can
Mm-hmm.
quite spot it. It's something like Mickey Mouse, or but less known, well known, I would say.
Right. Yeah, it's a very, very strange world. I think if you just watch a few clips of it
Oh.
or you watch the introduction, it seems like kind of a very strange dream of this world that you're
Uh-huh.
entering.
But I think what is very interesting about this game, since it's looks like a fairy tale, and it's actually very good visual in the way that it looks really good now, and probably it's gonna look quite well even after 20 years. It's like
Yeah,
really
agreed.
good visual. It doesn't age so much because it's the everything is like drawn.
You're talking about the original Rayman.
I'm talking about this one. The original
Okay,
was
yeah.
like very pixelated, and this
Yeah,
one
that's right.
is very nicely drawn.
Yeah, even though this is kind of a modern, would you call it a remake or a reboot? Let's say
It's reboot,
it's
yeah, it's reboot.
a
Uh-huh.
reboot of the original.
Yeah.
I feel like this reboot kind of fulfills the full potential of this series because I just
Mm-hmm.
saw some clips of the original game. You can
Uh-huh.
see what they're going for, and still it required that there was a lot of imagination that went into it. But as you said, I don't think it aged very well. This
Uh-huh.
game, I think it will age very well because it's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's very well balanced. Also, getting into the gameplay a little bit,
Yeah.
and it just seems to be kind of a built on a foundation of several previous games that they learned from it, they improved it,
Mm-hmm.
and had this really great result that is a very, very solid
Uh-huh.
and fun game.
And if you see it for the first time, you might get the idea it's for the kids only.
Yeah.
But even though it looks like it, it's really well. It's like for the all ages, I would say. It's like a family game. Like more experienced players will have fun with it too, because
Mm-hmm.
it's not that super easy. It's not that super hard. Like
Mm-hmm.
I would say the game is very well balanced from the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
yeah.
this is something that I appreciated the most, um, because as I've said many times, I think every time we review a platformer game, I'm not a
Uh-huh.
big fan of platformers.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't pull me in. Like I'm much more intrigued by the story or the exploration of an RPG or things like this. But
Yeah.
this was really enjoyable and just actually fun. Like what
Mm-hmm.
annoys me with most platformers is that they end up being very frustrating. And
Mm-hmm.
some people enjoy uh, when their
Yeah.
games make them want to kill themselves. I'm
Or the
not,
keyboards or the
or
gamepads, or
smash the
yeah.
keyboard or yeah, something like. I'm
Yes.
not one of those people. And this
Uh-huh.
game, sometimes it was quite challenging,
Mm-hmm.
but it never made me angry or frustrated. Like
Yeah.
it was just good fun.
Uh-huh. I think it's because it's like the flow of the game. It's kind of like slower, like the way the main character jumps. It's kind
Mm.
of like not not so not so fast. So
Yeah.
it makes you like more calm, and because of the environment, it's very like pretty. So I would say thanks to that, it's
Yeah.
like you don't want to smash things. You want to smash
Yeah.
things in the game though, because there's a lot of things to smash, a lot of collectibles you can get. You
Yeah.
can actually play each level like for 5 minutes or for half an hour, because
Yeah.
depending like if you want to get it 100%. So that's really
Yeah.
nice too.
And that's something that reminds me of something that I really liked about this, that I really wish more platformers would implement a sense of exploration.
Uh
I
huh.
think
Uh huh.
most platformers focus on platforming, which is
Yeah.
logical, but
Yeah.
it's so linear. And if
Uh
there's
huh.
one jump or one stage that you can't get past, like you're
Uh
kind of
huh.
screwed.
Yeah.
And there's no sense that no feeling that you should be exploring the world or looking at other
Mhm.
things. This game has little secrets everywhere,
Mhm.
places to find a different door or try a different challenge,
Yeah.
and that for me really intrigued me and wanted me to keep
Mhm.
kind of looking around. And as you said, like that, this changes the pace of the game.
Yeah.
It's not nothing is pushing. Well, sometimes there's something behind you that makes you speed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these were the times that I actually started to get a bit more stressed
Uh huh. Uh huh.
and annoyed.
But
But
yeah.
usually you can go at your own speed,
Mhm.
and this, I think, creates just a very pleasant atmosphere in the game.
Mhm.
Because also, last thing, as you said, it's beautiful.
Mhm.
It is
It
such a
is.
beautiful game,
And
so well
yeah.
designed. Yeah.
And since there's so many like things to collect in the game, it like really makes logic, because when you collect things in the game, it opens like another levels, and you can
Mm-hmm.
skip the levels as you just said. And like the more things you collect, the more possibilities you have to enter another levels or
Right.
even another environment.
Right.
And there are even the special things you can collect for unlocking another characters. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a good one too, because you can like get new skins for your Rayman character, or
Right.
even play for the friends or the other characters in the Rayman like world. So that
Yeah.
was really fun too.
Yeah. And about unlocking things, something else that I appreciated was the ability to that the player can decide what environment they want to play next. You
Uh-huh.
you don't have to
Yeah.
play one level after another at
Yeah.
all. Like as soon as you lock a new environment, there might be several levels in that environment. But at one point, like because I was trying to sample all the different environments,
Mm-hmm.
each of them very different by the way, each of them with their really unique
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere. And at one point, I think I had like I don't know, 10 or 15 different levels that I could choose from, all
Mm-hmm.
in like
Yeah.
very different
Yeah.
environments. And this goes to the pacing thing also. Not only the pacing in the level, but when you're choosing your next level, you get to decide what you feel like playing. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
play
Yeah.
underwater, on a pirate ship, in a
Exactly.
castle?
Yeah.
And I think the key about this game that it understands about a player like me compared to most platformers feel that their job is to challenge the player.
Mm-hmm.
This platformer wants the player to have fun.
Yeah, yeah. And I really had the fun. So
Yeah, me too.
as for this game, I would really recommend it to basically everyone except the ones who hates platformers, because this is, as we said, this is like for all ages basically, and you can even play it with your friends, like not online but on the same computer or console.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I would really
it's
recommend this game. It's pretty. It's got interesting levels. It's
yeah.
got basically everything. I don't know
I
like
would
what's
I
better
would
about
say
it. The music is great too.
yeah.
Everything's better about it.
I mean, from with the free games from Epic Games, we've played
Yeah.
a number of platformers. I think
Many.
three or
Yeah.
four already.
Many.
And this is definitely the platformer that I enjoyed the most. If I
Yeah.
had to choose one of them, this might be the only one that I really recommend for people to try.
Mm-hmm.
I would even go so far as to saying that if you're not a big fan of platformers, you should
Mm-hmm.
try this, but it's still a
Yeah.
platformer. It's not an
Yeah.
RPG. It's not a shooter. So I would say if you really hate platformers, this won't change your mind. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're curious, like this is a really great, enjoyable title to try.
Or if you want, or if your friend wants you to play it with you and you're not so much into platformers, you might change your mind on this one, like
Yeah.
when playing
Also,
it two
what we can
players.
also say is because of all the different game mechanics that they use, and we didn't talk about this enough, like
Yeah.
every level has a different feel. There are like stealth levels, there are speed levels, there are underwater levels, there are shooter levels. Basically, this game is a buffet of everything that a platformer game can offer. It feels like they got all the best minds in platformers all to sit down at a table and say, okay, what are your best ideas? Let's put all of that in there. So if you play this game for a couple hours and at the end you don't like it, there is no need to ever play a platformer game ever again because you've seen what the genre can offer.
I guess so, yeah. Okay, so I guess there's gonna be more platformers in the future, but
if Epic Games is listening, yeah.
But still, there's another game. So if you want to see another games in the future, they're free for 1 week, always. So you should subscribe to us and click the bell button so you get notified each week, because each time we do the videos about it. If you should play it or if you shouldn't.
Yeah. So this one, we both agree, make sure you go to the Epic Games Store, add this game to your library for free, just for 1 week, and give it a try. Like, I highly recommend it. I'm not a big fan of the genre, but this one is an exception. So thank you for watching, everyone, and leave your comments. Tell us what you enjoyed most about this game, and what was your favorite level, because each level is just so different.
Yeah. My favorite level is the one with the cookie. Like the one that you have to eat through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I really like the level, the stealth, the underwater stealth level with the robots with the lights that you have to avoid their lights.
Okay.
I really it required some strategy, which usually platformer games don't ask you to pause and carefully think about your next move. This was really great. Yeah.
Okay. So leave a comment and we'll see you in the next videos.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.